this, whenever I'm shooting people here in the snake, like whatever, it's so dark. Because this, whenever I'm shooting people here in the snake, like whatever, it's so dark. Because this, whenever I'm shooting people here in the snake, like whatever, it's so dark.
Good morning, everybody. If you can hear me, let me know. I just want to make some coffee.
Because this, whenever I'm shooting people here in the
What's
snake,
up, Super
like
Speed?
whatever, it's so dark.
Boy, yes, I will get to that in a minute. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Stompy, Narwhal, what's up, man? I see you first. What's up, Tristan? Oh, I'm happy that everyone's here. Give me a quick second. I do apologize. I'm still trying to get the whole stream thing going, but let me just make my coffee real quick. It's gonna take me just one second. Everything for today. Just answer some questions and just hang out. Thank you. How's that? I don't really intend for the media source audio to be louder than my voice here. How about now? Is my voice a little bit louder now? My morning's going well, actually. It's I just kind of woke up a little bit late, like at 9 a.m. It's currently 10:20 where I'm at, and I got to go to work at 12. So I'm gonna do kind of like a smallish stream, like an hour stream or so. I appreciate you guys. All right, give me 1 second. We'll get right into this. But in the meantime, just sit tight, and I'll be right back in 1 minute. All right, can everybody hear me now? Let's see where we're at. Okay, let's go ahead and start up the stream. I do apologize, this is running kind of late. Let me show you what I'm working with. Okay, so the view is going to be a little bit different here this time around. Damn, that stream overlay looks fucking funky. All right, hold on, let me fix that actually. Yeah, stream overlay looks funky. I'm gonna put that over here, I guess. All right. Maybe CQSP, you can remind me in just a little bit here, but good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I know it's been a little while since I streamed at all. I'm actually gonna just sit down here real quick. Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. As you see that I have my home field on the Instagram page here that's already pulled up. There's some other stuff too I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit, but mostly just to kind of give you guys updates on where I'm at. As my coffee's still brewing, I know I haven't been uploading as much, and I do want to apologize, especially to the channel members. I haven't been able to upload as much. Was one, I did recently move, and two, I got a new job. What? And it's crazy because I went from working in vet med to now doing content creation for another company. So I didn't realize how lucrative content creation and social media really was. So I should have been there from the very beginning. But yeah, no, I moved. That took a while. Got a new job, kind of transitioning. Instead of working from like 7 to 5, it's like now hybrid, and I can work like whenever hours. So I was just kind of getting through the probation period first, and then I'll start doing like more at home, working from home and stuff like that. But it's cool. I'm glad you guys are all here. I know you guys are really wanting to get into the Cheeseman. Oh, what the hell? What happened here? Okay. How much they paying me? I mean, I guess California wages. It's enough to get me a salary, I guess. You know, it's enough that I can afford my apartment, which is about $3,000 a month. Let's put it that way. In no particular order. Thank you, Speed. You're the best, bro. I love you, man. I gotta make you like more patches and stuff and stickers. I gotta send you like a whole care package. So now I've been saying that for a minute. I'm sorry. I'm like all over the place this year, and it's been a minute. So SCA closing, EA Fest FCC event. Oh, that's right. Thank you. And the aftermath, NSL pulling out USA, and I think I am for any OnlyFans. Trusted source. Trust me, bro. Me. All right. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a good one. Real quick, I did want to kind of talk a little bit about what I'm doing with SpeakQB. Roy hit me up a few months ago to do a collaboration with him and to work with him as a freelance video editor or content creator. And they're doing a collaboration with Arcturus. And I don't know if you guys remember when I mentioned that in my last stream. Arcturus and SpeakQB were going to do a collaboration. So they have their own rifle coming out soon. But Roy also sent me some stuff to do a giveaway for. So I am going to have multiple things to give away because he sent me some stuff like just for me, but I figured, you know what? I'm just going to give some of that back to you guys. I also have not just clothes, some gear and a trigger or two, and I think a rifle as well. So once we get that all figured out, once that all is situated, we're going to start getting into the nitty gritty on those giveaways. So please keep in mind, I do post on Instagram a lot. So a lot of that information for giveaways or anything about the channel will be on Instagram for now. I feel like I should probably, post more on Twitter, post more on other social media platforms. So that way more people can kind of see that. Cause I know not a lot of people have Instagram. Not a lot of people are always chronically online through YouTube. So yeah, I figured let's just go ahead and get the ball rolling. That's what I'm currently working on right now. I'm literally learning how to work on an AEG, and I have to do that before the end of this month. So expect a video pretty soon on that one because, actually, I got to start working on that today. Yes, so expect a video pretty soon. You guys are going to also hear more information about the giveaways, from SpeakQB and Arcturus. So yes, big shout out to them. Vex asks, did you head out to EA Fest? I did not, actually. Unfortunately, I did not. I wasn't able to this year. Again, I wish I could have. I feel like I want to next year. It seems like it was pretty lit. Stomping Narwhal says, would you say starting Speedsoft spends more money on guns and less on gear, or kind of the same on expenses? I feel like nowadays, with everything that's pretty much calm and everybody knows what they want, I feel like it's probably the same. If you want like a decent build, you don't even have to go far, like spend even more than $1,200 on a decent setup. Or if you wanted to, there's a few AEGs that do rival a ton of Euro builds out there, like the G&G SSG1, the KWA E4, the Arcturus PDW. There's a lot of options out there when it comes to AEGs, and it's fun. I need to make a video, or I need to make more like a list, like a tier list on what's good for Speedsoft. And I just gotta put that out there. I know you guys have a lot of questions. I know a lot of people are starting to get into it because of Valiant, Demo, myself, and many others. There's a lot of great content creators out there. There's one guy, I hella forgot his name, and I'll put his channel in the description, but I really love the way he edits. He's a new up and coming channel. I think he barely has 1,000 subs. But the way he edits his videos is just like, wow. It gravitates me to keep wanting more. So if you are interested in content creating, I do want to make some videos eventually kind of detailing, like, at least getting yourself out there, like what it entails. Because for me, it's a trial and error process, and I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for everybody, right? It's a trial and error process. You know, you want to get out there and just, you know, the main thing is just to have fun, right? And I've been doing this for like kind of like 5 years now, and I've done it enough so that I've actually gotten a job into it. So hey, it pays the bills, man. Yeah, I think nowadays Speedsoft rifles and gear are pretty much the same. All you need is a good belt, some good shoes, maybe some knee pads, gloves for sure, beanie, maybe a headband depending on what you want to do, and then the rifle itself, and then the mags, of course. The mags, you're always going to need some mags. The PTS EPM ones are always good. 250 round mid-cap mags. I know there's the other mid-cap mags that just came out almost a year ago, but they were filled with ton of grease inside. There's just so much lubricant that every time you shoot a BB, it messes up your inner barrel, which I've had some problems with, so I still got to clean out those. Which is probably why they haven't taken off. They were supposed to rival the EPM ones, but now they haven't. And what's up, Protocol Airsoft? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Lay, what's up, bro? Always been a huge fan. Sending love from the Philippines. Salamat. I hope I'm saying that right. Probably not, but gracias. I love you, man. Appreciate you. Let me check the other chat real quick. Because sometimes YouTube chat and the Streamlabs chat is a little bit different. All right. So that's what I wanted to say. Just expect giveaways soon. For those of you that are just joining now, I see that we have at least 17 viewers, 19 viewers. Wow. Yeah, no, just keep in mind, Speaky B Arcturus collaboration. I am working with them. Expect more news later this month, because that's when one of the deadlines is for one of the projects. I am expecting another package with one of the rifles, and I think that might be the giveaway rifle and more gear. Are you ever planning to go YouTube as your full-time job? Protocol, it's a good question. I always thought about it. If you know, I have like 22K subscribers, and that was like kind of over the span of 5 years. Working at okay, so I guess short answer is, if the opportunity comes around, then sure. Yeah. But I think right now, in the 5 years that I've been working on the channel, I've been doing it so that way I don't end up trendy, I guess, if that makes sense. There's a lot of content creators that are really good at doing what they do. And typically that's based on being trendy or editing in a specific way, or, you know, being goofy or whatever. I guess, you know, in this case, Valiant's got an editor who, you know, does all the meme noises and sounds and the effects, which is cool. But it's just not my style. And I feel like that gravitates more to a wider audience than what I'm currently doing, which is more chill and just decent. I'm not very consistent either. So that's also one thing I wish I was a little bit better at. But yeah, I mean, if it was a full-time job, yeah, do it. I'd probably even be my second job, because honestly, the way I make videos, it doesn't really take that long. I'd say I go to the field one day, come back, put the footage on Premiere Pro, let that sit, and then come the next day and just kind of edit for like half the day, and that's it. But like I said, I've been kind of busy, and just kind of busy, you know. But yeah, if it was a full time job, yeah. Dude, my main goal is just to get the 100K subs. And one day, just one day, just one day. 100K subs, get that plaque. Keep going, of course. But you know, like I said, if you ever get into content creation, just have fun with it, dude. That's all it comes down to. Raymond Trung, I have a question for you. Do you prefer HPA or high kappa? Oh, on a high kappa or regular green gas mags, dude. I used to prefer HPA on my high kappas all the time, but I felt like there was a lot more people playing at the fields that I'm currently going to. Um, and I think just HPA is super fun, but it's super overpowering. It's kind of like a cheat code, right? You have so many mags that you can just fill on a high kappa, like a regular pistol, and you have all this support. Um, and I always wanted to challenge myself. So I don't know if you ever see me using, when I use a high kappa or any type of pistol now, I just use straight green gas mags. It's easier. You kind of sharpen your senses, your skill, and you just have fun with it. Like I said, HPA is fun, but I feel like it's just a little too much sometimes. And a little too much because it kind of gets boring. And that's how I felt with my Euro builds too, right? It's kind of like an overpowered HPA rifle against all these people on the field who are either new, barely casual, or people who don't even have the same platforms as you, right? So hey, might as well make it fun. That's kind of like with me with the shotgun, with my Jag Arms Reaper. But it's cool. I love it. Gotcha. I have the same amount of YouTube followers as you do, but YouTube is my full time job right now. Damn. Okay. I mean, yeah, YouTube can be a full time job, right? If you have other platforms that are giving you or getting you that income, right? If you're consistent, you have merchandise, or if you have stuff you want to sell, give to your audience, yeah, hell yeah, do it. But me, it's just straight YouTube. I don't have any merchandise. I don't have any other forms of income coming from social media. And let me tell you guys, working on my new job made me realize social media is super lucrative. Like, you can make money through social media so much. It's wild. And I think my new job is going to start influencing me to start making new uh content in different ways. I could see why people edit, like the way that Valiant does, or the way that other people do. And it's just to get those views. People are hungry for the views, and I see that. And I'm not saying I'm gonna be sweaty on my edits. I'm gonna just be a little bit more, I guess, different in the style that I do edit them, to cater to my channel and to my lifestyle, I guess. Mexican says, yeah, super expensive. It's expensive. Super thankful for my friend though, because I don't have the money for most stuff, but he lets me use his mags and lends me his belt, and even bought me a Virtue VO. Oh, that's dope. That's sick. Yeah, it's always cool to have friends that that does have that gear. You can just kind of do whatever and just kind of borrow it whenever. I'm pretty sure, like, that's what me and my friends do. We don't play all the time, but when we do, and if, like, say I go by myself and my friend doesn't go, or if my friend goes by himself and I don't go, I just give him my stuff. Like, hey, bro, just return it later. I can just drive to his house. Try playing Speedsoft in the Philippines, bro. Bro, I've always seen the videos in the Philippines for Airsoft for like a few decades now. What's the FPS over there, man? I gotta know. Green gas for life. Oh, my brother's on. What's up, bro? Finally catching one of your streams. You're sure going to get them 100K subs. I appreciate you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're recovering from surgery. Give me a call later. Give me a call later. Um, Let me get my coffee real quick. You can probably tell my voice is kind of running low. And then we'll get into the cheesemate, the nitty gritty of SCA closing, which is what I have on the screen, and everything else. Hey, Narwhal, thank you for subbing. Damn, bro. Okay, maybe I should do these streams more often. All right. Give me 1 second. We'll go get my coffee. Oh, shit. I almost forgot my coffee. All right. There we go. Good morning. Let me just catch up on a chat here. Trying to get a bell of one of your on right now. Hey, that might be one of the giveaways that I have later this month. Just a heads up. Again, thank you for those that are joining. Good morning. It is currently 10:38 where I'm at right now. And if you haven't known, I'm working with SpeakQB as they are doing a collaboration with Arcturus. So that's going to be a few good videos by the end of this month and potential giveaways. So be sure to check out Instagram for more information. I'll try to do my best to give way more information as well on YouTube. I know a lot of people don't have Instagram or aren't on YouTube chronically, so I'll keep that information going. Again, Starping Narwhal, thank you for subscribing, bro. I really do appreciate that. Welcome to the chat, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, I just have a lot of sponsors. Almost every single video is sponsored. Dude, Protocol, that's fucking awesome. Are you American based? Or are you in Europe or something? I feel like the sponsors in America are kind of lacking right now. And I feel like, give or take because of the economy, right? But there's like some controversy too. And I feel like I should just get into that way later. But if you watch my previous streams, I kind of do talk about that. Like Kappa, Monk Customs, AirTac, like they're non-existent right now. Blowback Masters, he's still kind of there. He's my main sponsor, but we really don't do much. But I keep him around because I love Ben. I love the team. I love what they do. And they've been with me since day one for the past 5 years. So crazy. Russian. Okay. So yeah, you guys probably have a different way. Obviously, every region has a different scene and different, people backing up Airsoft, right? So, hey, more props to you. Hell yeah. It's even worse here. What? Let's see. Let me go back. Still trying to do merch, but I feel like here in my country, people in Airsoft just don't care. Yeah, it's kind of like a niche hobby, right? And especially for Speedsoft, it's like a niche within a niche. So that's what I'm going to talk about here in a little bit. Got fired from my lawyer just a year ago and figured it's time to do something else. Hey, man, whatever the opportunity presents itself, make it into a positive, right? Nah, that's Speedball. 450 FPS. Some call it Bloodsoft. That's wild, dude. And then, damn it, these notifications keep coming up. Blowback Masters is now at Georgia Airsoft or GE Airsoft, and I think he's setting up for now, which is nice. It's cool. I'm glad and I'm happy. It's crazy, like you keep yourself out of the BS, and you're still able to live long and still prosper as a company. All right, let's see where we're at here. Okay, so back to the Cheeseman. So, not really Cheeseman. Cheeseman is pretty much gossip for those of you that don't know. It's Spanish. So my home field at Sac County Airsoft had just announced recently that they are going to start closing. And closing why? Because, well, not a lot of people are currently playing right now, whether that's the economy or other factors that, come with people not playing. It's just pretty much the speed nights over here are non-existent, and now it's kind of like their bread and butter in a way. But I could be wrong. If someone's watching that works at Sac County, or Adam, if you're watching this, correct me where I'm wrong. For big props to Adam, which is the guy you see here. He did an announcement recently where he was very, heartfelt. It was emotional. They've been here for a few years and kind of just gave his goodbyes to the audience and the stream and everything else. And the field's been around forever, but he isn't the field owner. He's just the field manager, right? He helps kind of just intertwine the field and bond the community together and kind of give us what we want. He gave us SpeakQB, NSL, and a little bit more. Sac County Airsoft has been around since late 2021. I remember going to that field when CQB City was giving us shit for speed softing for speed nights, and then they had just recently let go of like one or two of the refs that was helping us out put the speed nights out. If you see my earlier videos, I have the speed night episodes and stuff like that. So, but yeah, Adam here, of course, he's been working his butt off. He's been doing a lot, and he's been contributing a great deal to the field itself. Of course, mingling with not just the leagues, but the community and newer players, and just trying to get people out there, right? That's all it comes down to. But yeah, unfortunately, it's gonna start closing. I think the last day is this Saturday. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go yet. I do work that Saturday. Um, but other than that, I think yeah, if you are listening, if you're local in NorCal area, hey, Sac County Airsoft is probably gonna potentially do their last night this Saturday. I think that is the 11th. So October 11th is going to be the last night. You can see Adam here. It's kind of talking a little bit about it. And yeah, dude, it's wild. The field's been there for what, like almost 4 years, and it's already going under. Kind of tells you where everything is at in airsoft in a way. Just again, the economy has just been taking a toll on everything. The tariffs, bro. Let me tell you, because the tariffs are going to start hitting. And what did I buy? I went to CQB City the other day to use that LTX that Lancer had sent me, which I still got to do a review on. But I bought a mag, a G17 mag from CQB City, and it was Elite Force mag, and it works with the LTX, right? When I bought it for $65, I don't know what the original price was, but the staff over there mentioned to me it was because of the tariffs. Wild. And I remember buying there was this rifle I bought from a shop in like Taiwan, and I forgot what it's called, but it does the high kappa mags. I can't believe I'm blanking out. But I bought the rifle. Cool. $400, easy, whatever. And then I bought parts for it like a week after, and then that's when the tariffs hit too. So I had to pay $100 fee to UPS as soon as my package got here. Otherwise, it would be returned. And I wasn't even sure if I was going to get a refund, which is wild, right? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah. So it's just the economy is kind of in a dump right now. It's not looking good for a lot of places. I'm hearing speedball, paintball is kind of like in the same boat, but there's a little bit more support for it. Obviously, you got people still going out there, but airsoft is pretty much in our area is just completely dead. So you have Adam here kind of talking a little bit about it, and everyone, of course, giving their support, all that. And I guess it's kind of bittersweet in a way because you have this field that just was just here, and now it's not. So I don't even know where we're gonna do Speedsoft at. I guess CQB City might do speed nights again. I'm not sure. That's just kind of like what was put up in the air to Chief, and Chief might be open to it. And Chief is, of course, the owner of is still owner of CQB City. So I don't know. We'll see in the future. All right. So going out to the comments, bro, Bloodsoft sounds so metal. What do you think of the LA Innovation CO2 HPA adapter for the 74 to 88 gram CO2 cartridges? Should I buy one because it's really hard to find an HPA filling station near my house or fields where I play? I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know a lot of people who've used it, and I can't say myself because I haven't really touched CO2 in a long time. I'd say look on Reddit, either the Speedsoft or the Airsoft subreddit, or the Discord. If you have like a local Discord, or if there's like an Airsoft Discord that has a lot of information, I would definitely do it. But yeah, no. I wish I knew. I'm so sorry, bro. A protocol says you were just talking about creating content that is within the trends of YouTube. People call me the Mr. Beast of Airsoft here, so that's why I get so many sponsors. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if you're consistent and you have a lot of appealing content, people will gravitate to that. People will love that stuff. And that's the experience I've had over the past few years. I've gotten the attention of a few brands. Like for me, okay, so for me right now, like yeah, sponsors are great. And sponsors definitely helped me out when I was like really getting into the scene. I'm going to turn this off because it's a little depressing. But yeah, a lot of sponsors have helped me get into the scene. Like, help me with my flight, my entry fee, or whatever. But as a content creator, I realized I don't really need sponsors. It just comes down to just kind of working with brands. You're not tied down to a contract. I mean, yeah, you kind of are, but it's just based on that project that you're working on. So if you get a rifle sent to you or a pistol or whatever it is, you work on that and that's it. You don't have to do anything else or obligated to just promote that brand and feel like you're a walking billboard, which I love so much. I'm not saying that every sponsor is going to be on your butt about creating advertisement for them, or awareness or whatever. But I've worked with a few sponsors that did that, and I just kind of felt it was like some monotonous feeling that I kind of endured while I was working on it, and it kind of took the fun out of creating stuff. But as a content creator, I could just do whatever I want with the brands that come up to me, or that I work with. So it's cool. I like it. Lancer Tactical works with me. Speaky Weed's working with me right now. We're not contract based. It's super fun, and I could just have a more creative freedom, I guess, if you will, to that. So it's cool. It's cool. Yes. Okay. So, all right. So SCA is closing down most likely after the 11th of this month or later this month. So that's the current news right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to the last day or whatever, quote unquote, on the 11th. How old am I? I'm in my early 30s, bro. That's why I'm like super busy with everything. I haven't been able to play as much as I have. I mean, like during the pandemic, oh yeah, so much time. And I was still in school, but no, not anymore. I'm like in my early 30s. But yeah, I think the whole content thing would be nice. It feels weird to ask, but is Demo still with SYG? I don't think he is anymore. And I think he's been out of the scene for a little bit just to kind of focus on himself. SYG, I think, kind of lost, I mean, they still have their core members, but they have newer players kind of just taking over for them at the moment. Hey, what's up, Doc? What's up, brother? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Speedsoft is lit. Just got a comp pistol from Lancer this past weekend. I'm so hyped to try it out. Dude, it's super fun. I love it to death, and it's just straight beams. That thing will just the accuracy. Oh my God. On a CQB setting is nice. I'm not sure if I want to take it on a bigger field, just because I hate fumbling my rifle and my pistol together, but I guess that will come with in time. All my work is contract based, but I have full creative freedom, so it's fine most of the time. That's cool. Dude, do it. If you have those opportunities, I would stay with it. Fuck yeah. All right, so for those of you just joining, welcome back. Good morning. It's currently 10:50. So I just did say that SCA is going to start closing down pretty soon, the end of this month. It was just announced. So very unfortunate. They've been around since late 2021. But I think there's just some other things, of course, other factors aside from the economy and stuff like that I will probably have to touch on later at some point. All right, FCC, let's see. So the next thing I know, thank you so much, CQ Speed, for getting that. So EA Fest just recently happened not too long ago. EA Fest happened not too long ago. What was it? What was the field called? Extreme Airsoft? Extreme Airsoft, okay. All right, so as many of you may know, Extreme Airsoft typically has an event called EA Fest, and that's usually like in the middle of September. This year they had it. Oh, this is like a thank you post. This year they had it in like the 20th or the 27th of September. You can kind of see how like they're a field that's very involved with the community, and I wish a lot of fields in my area would take notes, because if you got a bunch of brands to make a festival and have booths on a particular day and just kind of promote a single event for the weekend to just go with those booths in the event, like, dude, that's it. That's a whole community day, and people will keep coming and coming and coming. But yeah, so EA Fest happens at least once a year, which is I want to go to. I went there in 2022 for the Speaky Bee tournament. It's fun. It's great meeting everybody. But with all the leagues that come by and stuff like that, especially with NSL kind of leaving a sour taste in everyone's mouth, we have another contender from Europe known as the FCC. Now, what is the FCC? The FCC is the Fast Close Combat League, and they are based in France. My middle name is Lance. My grandpa wears pants. No, they're based in France, and this one guy, he's like the Mr. Beast of Airsoft in a way, because he's like super wealthy. And he makes content. I guess he's got like a lot of good content going. His name is Theo van Weisenheimer. I don't remember his last name. I do apologize, Theo, if you're watching. But Theo created this format to rival the NSL in a way, and to make it a little bit more, more engaging for the audience, because you don't really get that, right? Hold on, going back. At least you have Speedsoft at all in America. We're full Milsim here. Yeah, that is true. Even though it is dying in our area. Good morning from the PNW. What's up? Good morning. You think speed is dead because now that SEA is gone and only like real three big speed fields are open now? Yeah, I mean, what are the biggest three speed soft fields that are open right now? I'd say that's Tac City, Awaken Arena, and of course the field that I was just talking about, Extreme Airsoft. I mean, what else is there? I mean, there's Project N1, but they're not really consistent. I mean, they're still there. EA Fest was a vibe. I hope SpeakyB will be held at an event here in the Philippines. Dude, that was the idea a few years ago. The idea was to hold an event there in the Philippines, Taiwan, Japan, eventually in Hong Kong. I think they did it a few times where like Roy and them held an event specifically in Japan. That was the idea. You have zero speed soft. Damn, I'm so sorry, dude. Um, yeah, I guess we're not to go back to our roots over here on the West Coast. Okay, so 1v1s are typically easier to follow versus 4v4 or 5v5. So yeah, that is true. So the way that Theo organizes format, it is a 1v1 CQB style format, and of course, the best of the best play each other. You can see that Junkie has won again. And this dude's older than me. That guy's crazy, but he can move efficiently and hold his own. We only have one indoor speed soft here in Washington, and it's closing in December. Our speed soft field here is an outdoor. Dude, I feel it, man. I remember our one of the first speed soft fields that we had here was an outdoor area, and it was great. But during the summer, it was just brutal. It was just brutal. My Speedsoft is sad because every single Speedsoft location flops because our main community is full of Milsim. That's what's tough, right? You got to try to convince people to maybe give it a try. I mean, I know with how much stigma there is with Speedsoft, but maybe if we eliminated the gear and kind of just had people playing their Milsim gear, the same play style, I don't know. It's kind of tough because people are just so dead set on their ways. Like, no, Speedsoft, I'm not touching it. Or no, I'm not playing fast. I'm not doing that either. See, I think it's time we both do a video of Airsoft is dying. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. The OG video days with DVS, Savage, Class Act, etc. Yeah, dude, those days were awesome. Just playing outdoors and stuff like that. So yeah, so Theo came. So Theo is also from Europe, and with the failure of NSL after pulling out, which I'll get to in a sec, Theo took it upon himself to kind of work with Extreme Airsoft because Extreme Airsoft does really well with coordinating with events, organizers, or whatever, and they were able to make this happen. So the event seemed to be going well until RGK called out FCC for being a bit tone deaf. And it basically comes down to RGK kind of like saying like, hey, we've been burned so many times before from promoters who talk a big game and flake out. Justifiably, we are wary of anyone who does. And of course, is also responding to what Theo had made on the story, claiming that, hey, we're the American players. You guys are pretty much trash. We had our French guys play and they won. We're the American players talking all their big game. I don't know what led to that. I'm assuming some players were like, yeah, when you guys come around, I'm gonna be there. We're gonna fucking rock you guys. But yeah, FCC made that story and just kind of like, in a way, buried their own grave because like, how are you gonna go out there, come to America, talk all that smack, and let that be the name of your brand? And that's what RGK is claiming here. It's like, he's pretty much explaining like why the Americans are the way that we are because we've dealt with promoters giving us false hope. Fucking Demo. I've never been happier to be an Airsoft Unk because you don't have to deal with that. And a lot of people are just kind of chiming in the comments like, yeah, like what is going on? It's just genuine feedback. And it looked like it wasn't taken well by the FCC organization. So they made a post here somewhere down the line. Hold on. Where'd it go? Damn, they make posts up the wazoo. God damn. Um, but while I'm looking for that, let me go back to the comments. I went to Project Bound 1 the other day, and they changed the whole field to Milsim style, removed speed barriers because the players were all complaining. The ref said that they want what's best for everyone. See, and that's what it comes down to, too. I know it's unfortunate, but sometimes, like, they want to consider getting that money. They got to consider what's best for everyone, quote unquote, right? Did he take off the post? But I'm sure Project M1 will probably go back to its roots. I'm pretty sure not a lot of the same people who are playing Speed are there right now. So it's probably just a lot of casual players. Just give it time, I guess, suppose. Yo, I'm from South America, Bogota, Colombia. The Speed QB scene is just taking off right now, and people are really into it, mostly older heads. And it's bringing a mix of HPA, AEG, and gas blowback, everyone doing their thing. Dude, and that's how it was in the beginning for us. A lot of mixed players, like from young to older, using different platforms. That's what it's all about, man. Just remember, keep it fun, keep people accountable, keep their behaviors in check, and just keep doing your thing. But people don't like Speed because of all the BS that comes with it, right? The overshooting, the no-call cheaters, and that's why Milsim will always be bigger at the end of the day. I feel like Milsim's bigger just because that's where Airsoft grew, right? Like if you're a casual player that doesn't know Airsoft entirely, that's what you're going to be looking at. Like, oh, I like Airsoft? Yeah, that's the military simulation, right? Yeah, so that's how people are going to look at it. They don't see the niche that's in the niche, right? So, I mean, yeah, I don't blame Milsim for being bigger. I mean, honestly, Milsim's fun. Don't get me wrong. But, there's a lot of factors already that have already given Milsim that support, that running edge that they need. Weird rage bait from Theo. At least that's what I thought. Yeah, so Theo was kind of rage baiting a little bit, and then he made a post here somewhere. I'm not sure if he took it off. But it's just kind of going in again and doubling down on his post, like saying like, hey, we told you guys to bring your best, you didn't, and now you guys suck. But if you really want to prove yourselves again, travel to my area and play us, and then we'll see who's talking. So that was kind of the cheeseman there. Still left a sour taste in people's mouths. I'm not sure if they're going to come back. Maybe, who knows? If there's support for it, yeah, but right now it doesn't look like there's much support. RGK has a pretty good influence on the American scene when it comes to kind of pushing the boundaries of, or calling out people, or just kind of talking about Airsoft in general, because that's his thing, that's his niche. He talks a little bit about Airsoft. It has that following on Instagram, right? So people know him. He's like an industry influencer, I guess, if that makes sense. The whole FCC thing is what is. I expect they have more practice in that format, and their teams tend to have way more dedication compared to US players. Yeah, I could see it. I don't think a lot of people were invested into the league either. Again, I think it was just based on what RGK was saying here, that people were just kind of worried, like, oh, hey, it's another league, but are they going to still perform the same as like SpeedQB or CSL? I got to plan a trip down to Cali and visit all these amazing indoors. Yeah. Oh, this is on the East Coast, bro. This field, field's on the East Coast. Where'd it go? Extreme Airsoft. Extreme Airsoft is a really nice field, and I'm glad they're still thriving. What the fuck is this? Did you pray today? Because if you didn't, I might have to put you down on some gangster shit. Yeah, I did. Imagine Russia, dude. Russia is crazy. People love LARPing. Yeah, people do love LARPing. Like I can see it. Going to Milsom Field this weekend in North Carolina. Hey, what's up? Do it, man. Do it. Can you show Theo's YouTube? Yeah, I can, because that guy. What would it be under? Theo. I'm just gonna put Theo FCC and see what happens. Capitula. Sikibi Junkie. Sikibi Junkie. I don't know, man. What's his last name? East Coast trips costs considerably more, so I've got to stick to the West Coast. Oh, okay. Dang, really? East Coast is more expensive? I figured it'd be less. Fold the Gap. If you got a chance, come out. Yeah, hopefully soon, man. Hopefully soon. We're still trying to figure out everything out here. Yeah, well, Theo. Oh, Griezmann. Okay, hold on. Huh. I'm not seeing his channel. Oh, Yo Airsoft or whatever. Oh, okay. Is it this guy? Damn, this guy's huge. He's got like 5.5 million subs. That's crazy. Like when it comes to content creation and Airsoft, you can either have influence on just social media or influence on social media and the industry, like Jet Desert Fox or Airsoft Alphonse or whatever. But you guys, like, I never heard of this guy, and he's got like 5.5 million subs, which is crazy. That's cool, right? But I've never heard of this guy. When he's just a casual player, or not a casual, but like a regular player, he just makes good videos, I suppose. But I've never seen him or heard of him in the industry whatsoever. I guess that's just me, just kind of paying attention to what's going on right now. CQ Speed says it depends where you're coming from, where you're going when it comes to the coast, or when it comes to the cost. I'm from the South, and I'd say the Northeast and the West are expensive than someplace like Texas or North Carolina. Yeah, that is true. Rip SCA. Well, I live in Washington, so I'd be paying to fly across the entire country rather than just to the coast to Cali. Expensive either way. Oh, gotcha. Important question. Do you like French fries? Yes, they're great. I love food. Not him. I don't know. Just an assumption. Desert Fox channel is so dead. Yeah, that guy seems tired. Maybe that's just me. He runs the Desert Fox events in, that video I made where I went to the abandoned barracks, the army barracks earlier this year. That's their organization, the Desert Fox events. And I see Jet every now and then. I don't talk to him, but I see him and he looks completely exhausted, which I get it. It's a lot to run a field, but I think he's just tired. I think he wants to retire. You're right. I was just adding on to what you were saying. The SoCal area and the northeast part of the U.S. is more expensive, and I think that's due to the higher cost of living. Yeah, it is crazy, man. I'm paying $3,000 for an apartment, 1 bedroom, and that's in the Bay Area. Fucking wild. Let's see. 100%. I was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri, the Midwest. Everything is cheap there. Now I live in a PNW and it's crazy expensive. His life got tough. Yeah, with his personal life and so on. Yeah, no, I'm sure. Jet Desert Fox does a lot, so I'm pretty sure he just wants to retire, just chill.
Estoy con el famoso Theo Griezmann, creador y organizador de lo que es la FCC, la Fast Close Combat, pero también eres el creador de la marca Vinci Custom.
Sí.
Estos productos son de tu
speaks
marca.
Spanish, too.
Sí, se llama Trinity, es algo de nuevo en el mundo porque normalmente en Speedsoft tenemos cuerpo pero de plástico, un poquito de
Esto
todo.
es todo full metal.
Sí, todo en aluminio.
Full metal.
Tiene una cámara Max Model, el sistema es un...
Polar F2, cañón
F2.
dentro que hacemos nosotros.
¿Compites con este tipo de
Sí,
productos?
sí.
Dude, if you plan a trip to the West Coast, you got to go to LA. I'd be down to drive there. Don't come to NorCal because there's nothing up here in NorCal. I'll go down to LA. Yeah, I'm on my mama. Okay, so let me go back up real quick because I need to pin this comment or something. Can I pin this comment? Oh no, I gotta go back up on the YouTube side of things. Can I pin this comment? Yeah, I can pin this message. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Does it show on me? Okay, perfect. It shows on here. Okay. Hell yeah. CQ Speed, you're a fucking hero. All right, so a little bit of the achievement between the FCC and the rest of the community here in the East Coast, at least in the American side of things, right? Kind of left a sour taste in people's mouths. But will we see the SEC returning again? I feel like there's a possibility, but again, the way that Speedsoft is right now, it's kind of just dying down a little bit. People are either switching to paintball or they're just kind of doing something else entirely and they're just tired. I feel like people are a little bit burnt out on that. NSL pulling out of NSA or USA. Now, this is what I've been talking about for quite some time, and I've known this since last year, just talking with some of the people that have been kind of dealing with the SCA owners and stuff like that. Yeah, they wanted to keep the NSL. The format is great, but just the organizers themselves were kind of just like, That's something I'll get into a little bit later on another stream or something. But they did eventually pull out of the USA. Not a lot of people were willing to pay an exorbitant amount of money just as an entry fee, and I believe it was getting into upwards of $1,000 for 6 to 12 people, which I guess isn't too bad if you have a full team of 12 and you separate that amongst yourselves. But if you have just like 6 to 8 people, that's still a lot of money to consider. Not a lot of people have that, and on top of that, there's not a lot of teams. Adam, who was the guy I did show you who was explaining the closure of SCA, was really on board with helping teams give them discounts, especially newer players. And I mean, that was unfortunately the only thing that we saw right now was some of the people who were very experienced, like maybe 1 or 2 teams versus like maybe 3 or 4 different new teams who kept getting squashed. And that was the unfortunate reality. That's one thing about Speedsoft. Like if you have something that's organized, there is no tier list, right? Like you have in paintball, you got D5, D4, D3, D2, semi-pro, and pro. We don't have that in Speedsoft, and it's not big enough to have it, unfortunately. So that's another thing too. It's newer players that get into the hobby that play Speedsoft, they're going to get squashed by these experienced players. But I feel like there's got to be some etiquette for these newer players to kind of just realize like, hey, we should step back, let the new people play. And that's what we did over last weekend for the Syndicate tournament at CQB City. We had a bunch of new teams that came out and play, which actually shocked me. I never seen people wanting to be interested in Speedsoft in such a long time. But shout out to some of the guys, especially from Outcast, that pretty much got all these new players together just to play a tournament. That was very affordable. And I think the tournament fee was like 100 something, 200 something. And John and the rest of his guy and his other friend came out. I was commentating that day, and it was super nice. It was crazy. It was great. Where's my main camera for filming vids? I have the Sony a6400, which I've been using for 5 years. Up until about over the summer, I ended up getting a Sony a7 III. Super nice. I bring that to work with me all the time because I film a lot of the streamers and stuff like that, and a lot of product at my job. But no, dude, the a6400 has been perfect for me for filming sideline, vlogging, and everything. And this is what I'm currently actually using right now to film the stream. So it's been pretty on par. I'm trying to get some friends together to drive down to Oregon Airsoft for a weekend. Easy to drive there and then fly to Cali. Yeah, dude, do it. Whatever you can, have fun. If you have a group, do it. If it wasn't for my friend Damien and Nick playing as a group, I don't know how much Airsoft I'd be playing right now. Obviously, I'd still probably be working with the brands that I'm working with right now and go out to the fields and do it. But yeah, I mean, sheesh. There is not even enough people to even do that, though. Yeah. Again, it really just comes down to who you're playing with and stuff like that, right? So, or at least how your community is, right? So, if you have enough people, like I said, it was just a shock to me to see all these newer players come out, and it was a total of 7 teams. Majority of them were new, and it was nice to see that. It reminded me when I first started playing against all these new teams, and we were all just still fresh. Hey, what's up, Florin? What's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good one from Romania. Dang, crazy Romania. Well, welcome to the stream. I was just kind of talking about like the newer players that came onto the scene. It's crazy. It's great. It's great to see. I love it. It's cool. I hope this kind of is consistent a bit. I hope this kind of left a really good perspective in some of these players, mouths, I guess, for lack of a better word. But I hope to see that continue more and more as we go along. And yeah, just kind of go from there. What else we got? So NSL has finally pulled out. So we're no longer going to see NSL there. NSL unfortunately doesn't work here. Yeah, they more than likely will definitely. Actually, no, they do work at their home field, which is in the Netherlands. It's fine. Do it. If you guys want to play that format, do it. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm not going to stop anybody from playing it. I just don't like the organizers. But that's a different stream for a different day. But yeah, so NSL is no longer in America anymore after 2.5 years, almost 3 years, 2.5. Yeah, I was getting there, almost 3 years. Wish there was more Speedsoft in South Africa. There's only one arena in the country, but canceled a lot of the events that they plan. It's probably because of low turnout or lack of support. But I'm hoping there's more for you too, bro. I'm hoping there's more for you too. You got to start somewhere. That's how we kind of were. And I feel like the West Coast kind of thrived on, we were like with the perfect moment at the perfect time to start Speedsoft, because we had a lot of people that came from paintball, or a lot of people that were still interested in playing Airsoft but wanted to get into something different within the hobby. All my homies hate all my homies hate NSL. Yeah, well. So if you guys are just joining me, I know there's only like 15 viewers. We had a high of 27 at one point, 26. Dude, just I will be announcing more giveaways later this month. I'm working in collaboration with SpeedQB, and they're also in collaboration with Arcturus. So just be sure to be on the lookout for more information. I got to work on this video later today. And I actually got to get ready for work here in just a moment, because I actually start at 12. I can't wait to start working from home a little bit more. But other than that, yeah, no, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to that to the Speedsoft event this Saturday. This is the last day at Sac County Airsoft. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to that. It's I heard it's the last day, but it's a little bittersweet, but we'll see. And if I don't go, then I'll probably go to GamePod on Sunday and get you guys some more content on the build that I'm working on. And a little bit more. I'm going to do a review on that, and then we'll announce the giveaways at that time. But yeah, no, that's it. But I hope you guys are having a good one, man. I'm just like, I want to, there's like so many ideas that I have, like trying to get more people started. That coffee cup looks hella full still. Yeah, I know, because I've been yapping. Fucking straight certified yapper. And my voice doesn't sound as crispy as it did before the coffee. So, all right. I want to go back to playing COD or playing like some random game again and just streaming. That's what I miss. Dude, it was honestly low key because I've been working a little bit later. It's harder for me to get up for whatever reason, even though I go like to sleep like around 12:30 and I still get my full 8 hours or whatever. I don't know what's going on. Yapper ASMR. No, this is, hold on. I wanted to show you guys this. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can barely see that, but this is the Arcturus M4 PDW that I'm going to be working on. This is the first project that I have in collaboration with SpeedQB. It's nothing crazy. This isn't anything new. This is just a regular PDW M4, which I totally love. This thing is crazy. I'm going to deck this thing out with the new SpeedQB trigger. I'm going to do a review on it. I'm going to deck this thing out with a ton of accessories. It runs on Dean's, which is pretty cool. And I am going to, excuse me. And I'm going to run this thing at GamePod consistently. GamePod is cool because it's got a consistent amount of players right now. Can't say the same for CQB City, which is insane, but I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of the staff that's there that's just making it less desirable to play at, because they're pretty much on everyone's ass. GamePod doesn't really seem to be having that issue, at least anymore. Play TF2. Ooh. TF2. Me and my friend usually just go to a birthday field and run 1v1s because fields are rare. There's a decent community, but most of it is Milsim. Yeah. If you could do mill speed, oh, bro, it's super fun. Tater, what are you doing, bro? My dog's just trying to get through the door. Looking like my toy. Dude, this thing is super sweet. I love this thing. I already installed the e-shooter tracer, which is pretty much tucked in to the it's a 5-inch inner barrel, but the 5-inch outer barrel, inner barrel setup with I think it's like a 7-inch handguard. And I have a recessed tracer in there, which kind of goes like 1 or 2 inches in to the handguard there. Super nice, super sick. I can't wait to work on this thing. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be my first time working on AEGs, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna start working on it today. I gotta start filming myself taking it apart, putting it together. That's kind of like the process of the video, at least part of the deliverables that I have to work on for SpeakyB. So, all right, guys, I think it's time. I got to get ready for work. It's already 11:20. I hope you guys had a good one. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Hopefully I can do this more regularly. I just got to start getting up early. I know I was supposed to start at 10, but I didn't. Looks like we're already pretty much an hour in, which is pretty much my projected time frame. Cool. Maybe I should start streaming a little bit more, like more than an hour. Definitely Mexican. Only have one field. I'm in Bloemfontein, but I'm planning to go to Bruce's field in January. Awesome, guys. Again, thank you so much. I might have a Discord backup for everybody. We'll see what happens. I appreciate Siki Speed for contributing to and helping me actually remember what I was supposed to be talking about, because I almost forgot about the EA Fest FCC debacle, which really wasn't much of a debacle. It was just more of like what the fuck is going on? But hey, you guys have fun. Remember, we're just grown ass men playing with toy guns. Just get your asses out there. Have fun.